Lord Krishna, who forgave 100 insults, was also the same Krishna who acted on the 101st. And that one moment teaches us something most people misunderstand. Forgiveness is divine, but endless forgiveness is not. We are often told to forgive. Forgive the person who hurt you. Forgive the one who betrayed you. Forgive the one who insulted you. Forgive, forget, move on. And yes, forgiveness can be powerful. It can heal the heart. It can release anger. It can free us from the burden of bitterness. But there is a question we rarely ask. When does forgiveness stop being compassion and start becoming self-betrayal? How many times can someone disrespect you before your silence becomes permission? How many times can someone cross the line before your patience becomes weakness? How many times can you say, "It's okay," when deep inside, you know it is not okay? Because sometimes the problem is not that we forgive. The problem is that we forgive people who have no intention of changing. In the Mahabharata, there is a powerful story of Krishna and Shishupala. Shishupala hated Krishna. Again and again he mocked him, he insulted him, he spoke against him in public. He questioned his greatness, his character, even his divinity. And Krishna remained calm. Not because he was weak, not because he was afraid, not because he did not know how to respond. Krishna was patient because true strength does not react to every insult. There is an important detail in this story. Krishna had promised Shishupal's mother that he would forgive Shishupal's offenses up to a point. So Krishna gave him chance after chance. 1 insult, 2 insults, 10 insults, 50 insults, 100 insults. Each time, Krishna gave him space to stop, space to reflect, space to change. But Shishupal did not see forgiveness as grace. He saw it as weakness. And that is where everything changed. On the 101st insult, Krishna did not remain silent. He released the Sudarshana Chakra, and Shishupal's arrogance came to an end. Now, this story is not about anger. It is not about revenge. It is not about losing control because someone insulted you. Krishna did not act because his ego was hurt. Krishna acted because a boundary had been crossed again and again. He showed the world that compassion has dignity, forgiveness has wisdom, and patience has a limit. This is where many of us make a mistake. We think being spiritual means tolerating everything. We think being kind means never saying no. We think being forgiving means allowing people to hurt us again and again. But Krishna's life teaches the opposite. To forgive once may be compassion. To forgive twice may be patience. But to forgive endlessly while someone keeps repeating the same harm, that is not spirituality. That is self-abandonment. There is a difference between a mistake and a pattern. A mistake deserves understanding. A pattern requires boundaries. A mistake says, "I am sorry, I will try to do better." A pattern says, "I know you will forgive me, so I do not need to change." And when you keep forgiving a pattern, you are no longer helping the other person grow. You are helping them continue. Think about it. The friend who constantly humiliates you and then says, "I was just joking." The colleague who keeps taking credit for your work while you stay silent. The family member who uses guilt to control your choices. The partner who breaks your trust, apologizes, and then repeats the same behavior. Each time you forgive, you may feel you are choosing peace. But ask yourself honestly, are you choosing peace or are you avoiding conflict? Are you being compassionate or are you afraid of losing them? Are you forgiving from strength or from low self-worth? Because real forgiveness should make your heart lighter. It should release you from hatred. It should bring clarity. But if forgiving someone makes you feel smaller, if it fills you with resentment, if it teaches you to ignore your own pain, then what you are calling forgiveness may actually be fear. Fear of confrontation, fear of being disliked, fear of being alone, fear of being called selfish, fear of standing up for yourself. And fear disguised as forgiveness is dangerous. Krishna's lesson is not never forgive. Krishna's lesson is forgive with grace, but protect your dignity. Give people a chance. Maybe even give them many chances. But do not give unlimited access to people who repeatedly disrespect your soul. Because boundaries are not cruelty. Boundaries are clarity. A boundary simply says, I do not hate you. I do not wish you harm. But I will not allow you to keep harming me. And sometimes the most spiritual thing you can do is not to argue, not to explain yourself again, not to prove your pain. Sometimes the most spiritual thing you can do is step back, walk away, close the door, end the conversation. Protect your peace, not with anger, not with revenge, but with self-respect. This is what Krishna showed us. He was patient, but not passive. He was compassionate, but not careless. He was forgiving, but not foolish. He gave Shishupal 100 chances. But when forgiveness became permission for more adharma, Krishna acted. Because dharma is not only about being kind to others. Dharma is also about not betraying yourself. So ask yourself, who in your life have you been forgiving again and again? Who keeps crossing the line because they know you will always let it go? Where have you mistaken silence for peace? Where have you called it patience when it was actually pain? Maybe today is not the day to become hard-hearted, but maybe today is the day to become honest. Forgive people, but do not let forgiveness become a cage. Love people, but do not let love become self-destruction. Be patient, but do not lose your dignity in the name of patience. Because even Krishna, the ocean of compassion, showed us this truth. A mistake can be forgiven. A pattern must be confronted. Forgiveness is sacred, but so is self-respect. And sometimes saying enough is not anger. Sometimes saying enough is dharma. If this message spoke to you, take a moment to reflect on one boundary you may need to set in your own life. And remember, forgive with an open heart, but never abandon yourself to keep someone else comfortable. Because the soul that Krishna lives within also deserves to be protected. Patience is divine. Self-respect is dharma.